What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free Major League Baseball home run prop show for Sunday, June 25th, 2023. And just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. It really helps us out a ton. Now, we will get into the home run prop action momentarily. We did have a decent day with the home run props on Saturday. It managed to hit a handful. Hopefully, we'll be able to build on that and have a nice finish to the week on Sunday. Now, before we get into the action for Sunday and do a recap, I want to remind everybody, these plays are very high risk, high reward, these home run props. They're not plays that I recommend anybody dump your whole bankroll into. They're just plays for some side action, just to have some fun on the side with some pizza or some coffee money. Just sprinkle a couple of bucks on. You don't have to play every single play that I'm going to be giving out here today. I do have quite a number of plays. You don't have to play every single one. These are just the angles that I'm looking at, and the plays that I'm most likely going to have a couple of bucks on Sunday. But any plays you do pick from here, I recommend just playing them straight up as singles. But I do know that some people like to parlay up these home run props. So if you're going to parlay up any home run props, I recommend any parlay 3 legs or more. Put it in a round robin. Yes, it's going to drive up the cost of the bet, but it's also going to give you some safety in case one of the legs goes awry. If you do a 3-leg parlay, you put $5 on the 3-leg parlay, and you put $5 on each of the combinations of 2 in those 3 legs. So it's going to be $20 in total, 4 separate bets. But again, at least if one leg goes off and doesn't work out, you still get paid for the 2 that you did hit. So it's just a way to make sure that you kind of give yourself a safety net, because how many times have we all had that parlay that's been close to hitting and one leg kind of messes up and we end up getting nothing for it. So if you do a round robin, it covers you off in that respect. But let's take a look at the plays that we did hit on Saturday. And we started off with that early matchup between the Orioles and the Mariners, and Anthony Santander came through for us at plus 300, had a nice payout there. Also had a nice payout with Luis Robert, against a left-handed pitcher. It was definitely a nice payout for Robert. And, it was a crazy game in that at least one-sided. It was crazy for the Angels and the Rockies. Did cash Mike Trout at plus 230, but it was crazy. You had Shohei Ohtani. It seemed like he was the only Angel that didn't hit a home run besides Trout that we had. So, but that's okay. You know what? We still hit three home run props. Going to hopefully build on that going into Sunday's action. Now, a couple things first. Love interacting with you guys. So let me know in the comment section below. Do you like the angle I took on some of these home run props? Do you not like the angle? Do you have player props of your own? I know some people like, doing home run props, total bases, hits, what have you. If you're going to drop any of those in there, and I love it when you guys do, because sometimes even I look at the comment section and put some money on the props that you guys give out, because some of them have been absolute fire. If you're going to do that, I implore everyone, drop them in there before the game start. If they're not in there before the game start, they don't help anybody. And we're trying to beat the books as a team. One family, one goal here at Pickdawgz, and that goal every single day, whether it's sides, totals, money lines, player props, you name it, is to beat the books and to make them pay us out every single day. Now, we will get into the home run prop action for Sunday. Now, some people may ask this. I do not have any home run props for the London series. We did see a one-sided affair on Saturday. And what we've seen with these international games is that usually there's a higher scoring game in the first game of the 2 or however many there are, and then there's adjustments made, and then you kind of see it tail off a little bit. Not sure if that's going to be the case here. I'm just saying that from experience. We talked about those Mexico City games back in April. So no home run props for me for the London game. But if you guys have any, like I said, drop them in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are thinking for that game, because I'd love to hear what you guys think. But let's get to the action that we do have official plays for Sunday. The first one we're going to look at this matchup between the Tigers and the Twins. And we're going to go to Kerry Carpenter for a home run at plus 475. He's hitting .313 with a pair of home runs in the last week against right-handed pitching. Bailey Ober, he's been a solid mid-level arm for the Twins, but he has still allowed a home run in each of his last 3 starts. 5 home runs allowed in those 3 outings with back-to-back jacks and 2 straight. So I'm going to go with Kerry Carpenter off of Bailey Ober, at plus 475. Ober also giving up a 10.8% barrel rate, while Carpenter has a 13.1% barrel rate this season in a smaller sample size. For the Twins, I'm going to roll here with Max Kepler at plus 550. He's hitting .444 with a pair of home runs in the last week against right-handed pitching. Michael Lorenzen, he has started to struggle in a lot of his recent outings. He's allowed 4 home runs in his last 3 starts at home. And he's also given up an 8.8% barrel rate this season, while Kepler has an 11.3% barrel rate at the dish. So give me Max Kepler at plus 550. Now, I do like Byron Buxton as well for the Twins. 12.9% barrel rate, a 364 average with 3 extra base hits, including a pair of home runs in the last week against righties. The problem for Byron Buxton is that he is questionable for this game with a back issue. So if you can find a price on Buxton, if he is in the lineup, I would definitely recommend a play on Byron Buxton as well. Now for the Yankees, we're going to go this matchup between the Yankees and Rangers. I'm going to go with, that was Max Kepler. I'm going to go with Giancarlo Stanton here at plus 350. Now I've said before that, 2 home runs through a dozen or so starts was unsustainable for Nathan Eovaldi, and he's starting to prove me right. He's allowed a home run in 3 straight starts, 5 home runs over that 3-start span. Now Giancarlo Stanton has had a lot of career success against Eovaldi, hitting .281 with 6 extra base hits in his career, including 4 home runs. It's not often I back a guy that's almost 0 in the last week against right-handed pitching, but from a matchup perspective, I like Giancarlo Stanton here for a look. So give me Giancarlo Stanton at plus 350. I'm also going to look at Billy McKinney for a home run at plus 600. He homered again on Saturday. It was the lone run of the game for the Yankees in that one, and he's seeing the ball really well right now against right-handed pitching. I said the 3rd homer in the last week against righties. I think he can keep it going against Eovaldi. So give me Billy McKinney for a home run at plus 600. I'm also going to look at Jonah Heim for a home run for the Rangers at plus 450. He didn't come through for us on Saturday, but he gets an interesting matchup here against Garrett Cole, who has struggled with the long ball at home this season. He's given up 7 of his 9 home runs. Cole has at home at Yankee Stadium this year. So I'm going to take Jonah Heim for a home run at plus 450. I'm also going to look at Adolis Garcia at plus 390. I'm back on Garcia here. He's been one of the best power threats the Rangers have had this season against right-handed pitching. He's still hitting around 300 against righties in the last week with a pair of home runs. Also hitting .444 in his career against Garrett Cole with a home run. So give me Adolis Garcia for a home run at plus 390. I'm also going to look at Marcus Semien for a home run at plus 475. He's only hitting 130 in the last week against righties, but this is a matchup play for me on Semien. He does have 4 career extra base hits against Garrett Cole, 3 of which have gone for home runs. So give me Marcus Semien for a homer at plus 475. Now I'm going to go to this matchup between the Phillies and the Mets. We're going to go with Nick Castellanos for a home run at plus 400. He hit a home run on Saturday. I like his chances at going back-to-back here, considering that he does have a strong history against Carlos Carrasco, who is going to make the start for the Mets on Sunday. 5 career extra base hits off a cookie. Carrasco has a lot of home run in 6 straight starts and 7 over that time frame as well. He's also given up a lot of hard contact, in Castellanos a 10.9% barrel rate. So give me Nick Castellanos for a homer at plus 400. I'm also going to look at Trey Turner for a homer at plus 425. He's hitting just .214 the last week against right-handed pitching, but in his career against Carrasco, hitting .546 with 3 extra base hits. I think one of those could be a home run here. I'm going to go with Trey Turner for a homer at plus 425. Also for the Mets, I'm going to switch dugouts here. I'm going to go with a few of them. First, I'm going to go with Brandon Nimmo for a home run at plus 600. He's hitting .273 with 4 extra base hits, including a home run, including a home run against Philadelphia starter Zach Wheeler in his career. He has a pair of home runs as well. Nimmo does against right-handed pitching in the last week. So give me Brandon Nimmo for a home run at plus 600. I'm also going to look at Tommy Pham for a homer at plus 650. A solid 15.2% barrel rate from Pham this season. Also a great matchup against Zach Wheeler, hitting .500 with a home run against the Phillies righty. Also hitting .313 with a home run against right-handed pitching in the last week. So give me Tommy Pham for a home run at plus 650. I'm also going to look at Pete Alonso for a home run for the Mets at plus 370. He's hitting .360 with a pair of extra base hits in his career against Wheeler. So give me Pete Alonso at plus 370. I'm also going to look at Francisco Lindor at plus 425. Same sort of reasoning, just a matchup play against Wheeler. Hitting .261 with a pair of extra base hits in his career against Wheeler. But he's also hitting .364, Lindor is, with 3 extra base hits and a home run in the last week against right-handed pitching. So I'm going to take Francisco Lindor for a homer at plus 425. Now I'm going to go back to the Orioles and the Mariners matchup here. I'm going to go with Anthony Santander once again at plus 330. He's homered on Saturday. He has 3 homers in the last week against righties. He's also hitting 506 career at-bats against Seattle's George Kirby, who has allowed a home run in back-to-back road starts. So give me Anthony Santander for a home run at plus 330. I'm also going to look at Austin Hayes at plus 700. He is his lone hit off of George Kirby last season was a home run, and Hayes is hitting 571 with 3 doubles in the last week against right-handed pitching. So I'm going to go with Austin Hayes for a homer at plus 700. Also going to look at Teoscar Hernandez. Switch dugouts here. I'm going to go to the Mariners. Teoscar Hernandez at plus 425. I'm going back to Hernandez here. He's still one of the best Mariners against right-handed pitching. Still hitting 286 with a pair of homers against righties in the last week. It's going to be Teoscar Hernandez for a home run at plus 425. I'm also going to look at Julio Rodriguez for a home run at plus 500. He hit a home run on Saturday. He has a 9.4% barrel rate this season. Now, Kyle Bradish hasn't allowed much this season by way of home runs, but Rodriguez and Hernandez, 2 Mariners, I think hold some serious value on Sunday. So I'm going to take Julio Rodriguez as well at plus 500. Now, look at this matchup between the Braves and Reds. And I'm going to go with a few Reds here. We'll get to the Braves in a minute. But for the Reds, I like Jake Fraley. He's hitting 375 with 3 home runs in the last week against right-handed pitching. Charlie Morton hasn't given up a lot of home runs on the road, but Fraley is swinging a hot bat right now. I think he's worth a look. Morton, he has a fair bit of hard contact and a 9.5% barrel rate this season. So I'm going to go with Jake Fraley for a home run at plus 500. I'm also going to go with Joey Votto for a home run at plus 320. He's made quite the return to Cincinnati's lineup. There's no denying that. He's hitting 273 with a pair of home runs in the last week against right-handed pitching. So I'm going to take Joey Votto for a homer at plus 320. I'm also going to take Elly De La Cruz for a home run at plus 390. De La Cruz, a ridiculous 542 batting average against right-handed pitching with 7 extra base hits and a pair of home runs in the last week against righties. So I'm going to take a look at Elly De La Cruz at plus 390. Now, I would look at the Braves as well, but Ben Lively, who was supposed to start for the Reds, got scratched because of I believe it was a forearm injury or a pec injury. So without knowing who the starting pitcher is for the Braves makes it really difficult for me without knowing who the starting pitcher is for the Reds, it makes it extremely difficult to get on the Braves here. So I would obviously lean towards some Atlanta Braves, maybe the usual suspects, Acuna Jr., Olsen, Albies, Rosario, you name it. But yeah, without knowing the starting pitcher does make it kind of difficult. Before we get into our last few home run props of the day for Sunday, I just want to remind everybody the purpose of this home run prop show is obviously to put you guys on some free home run prop winners, but it's also to highlight the betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place and what they can do for you. They do a lot of the heavy lifting. It's where we get the graphics directly from is the betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place. And you can see the player prop. You can see how often it hits. You can also see which book is giving you the best possible price. If you don't have an account with the sportsbook is giving you the best possible price, well, the good news is if you're a new customer, you sign up, you get a sportsbook bonus offer on us. You get to play that price, and you also get to add to your advantage over the books that they can't take away from you, which is your ability to shop lines and find yourself the best possible number. There are other betting tools there as well. If you like betting hot and cold streaks, there's a streaks tool there. If you like betting parlays, there's multiple parlay builders there for you. It'll put one together for you. There's profitable teams, profitable angles, profitable underdogs. You name it. The list goes on and on. I always say I could do a show probably for an hour every day just looking at every day's action and finding multiple handfuls of winners just based on what these betting tools give to you. But I think it's more, it drives it home a little bit more. If everybody here, you just go over and check them out yourself. I promise you will not regret it. They are 100% free. They're there for you to use. So make sure that you're taking advantage of them over at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place. But let's get back into the home run prop action. Still have a handful of plays left to go for Sunday. Well, we're going to go back to the scene of the crime for the Colorado Rockies, but I guess it's not for the Colorado Rockies yet. We're going to go to the Angels first. I'm going to go Shohei Ohtani at plus 240. Like I said, it's still crazy to me that the Angels can go off for 25 runs and a bunch of home runs, and Ohtani doesn't get one, but I think he gets revenge here. He's hitting 350 with 4 home runs and 6 total extra base hits in the last 2 weeks against lefties. Austin Gomber, he gets the start for the Rockies here. He's been brutal for the Rockies at home. An ERA well over 9. Ohtani, he's hitting 333 with a home run in his career against Gomber. Gomber is also tied for the league lead in home runs allowed with 19 this season, 12 of which have come at home. It's going to be Shohei Ohtani for a home run at plus 240. I'm also going to look at Mike Trout for a home run at plus 250. He homered on Saturday as well. I think he's starting to turn it around. Also has a home run against left-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks, and this environment sets up well for Trout to keep the home run parade going here. So I'm going to go with Mike Trout for a home run at plus 250. I'm also going to look at Elias Diaz for a home run at plus 400. He's hitting 385 with 3 extra base hits, including a home run in the last 2 weeks against lefties. He's getting the start here against Tyler Anderson for the Angels, who does have an ERA close to 6 on the year. And I think Elias Diaz, with his form against left-handed pitching, could get Anderson here. So give me Elias Diaz for the Rockies at plus 400. And also for the Rockies, Jurickson Profar at plus 600. He's hitting 278 with 3 extra base hits and a home run against lefties in the last 2 weeks as well. So give me Jurickson Profar for a home run at plus 600. Now I'm going to go to our last couple of matchups here. We're going to go first to this the stack between the Giants and the Diamondbacks. So we're going to go 3 apiece here. We're going to look at Ketel Marte first at plus 700. He's hitting 235 with a home run in his career against Anthony DeSclafani for the Giants, who does have a higher 4.8 home ERA and a 279 opponent batting average. 5 of his 9 home runs allowed have come at home. And Ketel Marte just seeing the ball well against righties right now. So give me Ketel Marte at plus 700. I'm also going to go with Christian Walker for a homer at plus 600. He's hitting 370 with 4 extra base hits, including a pair of home runs in the last week against right-handed pitching. So give me Christian Walker at plus 600. And Corbin Carroll at plus 550. Now the homers are slowing down for Carroll. May not see Carroll making a ton of more appearances on the home run prop show for the time being. But he's still a respectable 259 with 4 extra base hits and a pair of home runs in the last week against righties. So give me Corbin Carroll for a home run at plus 550. Switch dugouts here. We're going to go to the Giants for a few. We're going to look at Jock Peterson for a home run at plus 425. Now, he did hit a home run in Ryan Nelson's lone start against the Giants earlier this season. Nelson getting the start for Arizona on Sunday. And in the last week against right-handed pitching, Peterson hitting 235 with a home run. Also has a 16.2% barrel rate and a reduced sample size this season, while Ryan Nelson allowing a 10.5% barrel rate on the mound. So give me Jock Peterson for a home run at plus 425. I'm also going to look at Lamont Wade Jr. for a home run at plus 650. He's hitting 385 with a home run against right-handed pitching in the last week. So give me Lamont Wade Jr. for a homer at plus 650. I also might sprinkle a couple bucks on Blake Sable as well. He's hitting 556 with a pair of extra base hits in the last week against right-handed pitching. Now, for our last grouping of props for the day on Sunday, I'm going to go to this Padres matchup against the Nationals. I'm going to go with a group of Padres here. We're going to start with Xander Bogaerts at plus 750. He's hitting 333 with a home run against lefties in the last 2 weeks. Also one of 2 Padres with a home run off of Mackenzie Gore, as Gore gave up 2 blasts in his lone start against his former team just a couple of weeks ago. So give me Xander Bogaerts for a home run at plus 750. I'm also going to look at Manny Machado for a home run at plus 425. He's hitting 308 with a pair of home runs in the last 2 weeks against left-handed pitching. So I'll take Manny Machado at plus 425. Also going to look at Fernando Tatis Jr. at plus 290, hitting 364 with 3 extra base hits in the last 2 weeks against left-handed pitching. So take Fernando Tatis Jr. at plus 290. And to round things out, Juan Soto at plus 450, hitting 250 with a home run against left-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks. And I have to think Soto would love to stick it to his former team. So I'm going to take Juan Soto to round things out for us at plus 450. But just a recap of the plays that we did give out for Sunday's action. Like I said, we had a lot of them, but I think there's a lot of money to be made, a lot of meat on the bone here. I'm going to start with the Tigers and Kerry Carpenter at plus 475. Also going to switch up to the Twins, go with Max Kepler at plus 550. Also, like Byron Buxton as well, if you can get a price on him. But like I said, he is questionable for Sunday with a back issue. For the New York Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton at plus 350. Billy McKinney at plus 600. And for the Rangers, Jonah Heim at plus 450. Also for the Rangers, Adolis Garcia at plus 390. And Marcus Semien at plus 475. For the Phillies, Nick Castellanos at plus 400. And Trey Turner at plus 425. For the Mets, Brandon Nimmo at plus 600. Tommy Pham at plus 650. Pete Alonso at plus 370. And Francisco Lindor at plus 425. For the Orioles, we're going to roll with Anthony Santander at plus 330. Also going to roll with Austin Hayes for a home run at plus 700. And Teoscar Hernandez for the Mariners at plus 425. as well as Julio Rodriguez for the Mariners at plus 500. For the Cincinnati Reds, Jake Fraley at plus 500. Joey Votto at plus 320. Ellie De La Cruz at plus 390. I said I would look at some Braves as well, but Ben Lively getting scratched for the Reds makes it a little bit difficult. So, again, if you want to hear my thoughts on the usual suspects for the Braves, just scroll back a few minutes and you can get the synopsis there. But I'm going to look at Shohei Ohtani at plus 240 for the Angels. Also for the Angels, Mike Trout at plus 250. For the Rockies, Elias Diaz at plus 400. And Jurickson Profar at plus 600. For the Diamondbacks, you can go with Ketel Marte at plus 700. And Christian Walker at plus 600. And Corbin Carroll at plus 550. For the Giants, you're going to go with Jock Peterson at plus 425. And Lamont Wade Jr. at plus 650. Again, also a lean towards Blake Sable as well, if that's something that you're into playing with, just like I said, with his batting average against right-handed pitching in the last week. Also looking at Xander Bogaerts for the Padres at plus 750. Manny Machado for the Padres at plus 425. Fernando Tatis Jr. at plus 290. And Juan Soto at plus 450 to round things out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Actually, I should say over 133,000 subscribers here on our YouTube channel. Wouldn't have been able to have done it without your guys' love and support, so thank you so much for that. If you're not already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel, and please hit that thumbs up. Helps us out a ton. It lets us know that you guys like what we're doing. It lets me know that you guys like this home run content, and keeps it going. Also, make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when the newest content drops here at Pickdawgz. Thankfully, we had a lot of odds out. It's about 3:30 a.m. Eastern time at the time this video is being recorded. So we did have a lot of the odds out, so I was able to get it out, try to get you guys a few extra hours to get these plays in. It doesn't always work like that. So the days where we do have afternoon action and I have to wait till the morning on the day of, well, it doesn't give you, it only gives you sometimes a couple of hours between when the video is released and first pitch. So at least if you have notifications turned on, you can get those picks in as soon as the video drops. Also, if you're looking for the games that I am the most confident in, the games that I love the most, including my daily $19 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com, click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page, and while you're at Pickdawgz, Sports Chat Place, you name it, check out these betting tools. I promise you, you will not regret it. They are 100% free. They're there for you to use. They are a great tool to have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. They'll do the heavy lifting for you. I promise you, you're going to make money hand over fist. You just got to go over and check them out and use them and have them at your disposal. But thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys. Let's crush the books on Sunday and finish the week strong.